Good afternoon and welcome to News Live on the SLBC television. I'm Michael Abriwa. News this afternoon. Deputy Minister of Finance says in 1 year in office, government has restored credit facility with the International Monetary Fund. Fire incident destroyed businesses worth millions of loans in the Aberdeen community. And Minister of Youth Affairs Mohammed Oman Bangura launches the Welfare Organization for Persons with Disability. All these stories and more are lined up in this edition of the news. We begin the news. Since President Bio came to power little over 1 year ago, fixing the country's economy has been one of his challenges. The difficulty in the economy has had far-reaching effect in other sectors. Patricia N. Lavallee is the Deputy Minister of Finance. In this interview with Asmi Yuba, she explained about government's policies in bringing back the economy to the right track.
We clearly were in a stagnation when we assumed power in May of last year. The country was recovering from the Ebola, and as a result of the election, there was speculation within the business community. So when we assumed office, because the economy had come to a standstill, there was very little in the system for us to use to implement the initiatives that His Excellency the President had campaigned on which we won the election. So we've essentially spent the last 12 months trying to put the economy back on track, working on the liquidity situation, really, and of course restoring our relationship with our international partners. You may have been, you're SLBC, you obviously are aware that we've restored our relationship with the International Monetary Fund in terms of the credit facility. The IMF in November approved a $172 million package for Sierra Leone, and the IMF is now dispersing again directly to the consolidated fund.
So do you think that's a prudent way to go?
Well, it is prudent in the sense that the International Monetary Fund is responsible for ensuring global macroeconomic stability. For us as a country, we would only be able to borrow from major lenders across the globe if we do have a program with the IMF. A program with the IMF signals to the global financial community that we are reform-minded, we are disciplined in terms of the way we manage our fiscal program, the way we manage our budget, our measures in generating revenues as a country, and that if we do borrow as a country, we would honor a debt obligation. That's why it's important to have a program.
So, but many times people say the IMF's intervention is more of like one would describe in a hospital, more of a palliative intervention, a palliative care sort of.
Well,
they are not long-lasting solutions to addressing the woes of a country's economy.
Well, as a country, we are a sovereign nation, and of course, the IMF is only here to help us with our financial situation. Ultimately, the strength of our economy rests squarely with us as Sierra Leoneans. So we are clearly in the driver's seat, but because we do need the endorsement from institutions such as the IMF, that puts us, in a good position to mobilize capital, externally. And as it is right now, we are dependent on the agricultural and extractive sector. We do need private capital and external investments to build our mining sector, and we can only do that if we do have the right environment, the fiscal environment, the business environment, and those are the sort of indices that the IMF looks at when they come to Freetown.
She is Patricia N. Lovely, and she's the Deputy Minister of Finance. She has been talking to my colleague, Asmi Uba. President Julius Maada Bio has called on paramount chiefs across the country to encourage their children to attend the Bo Government Secondary School as it used to happen before. The school was established for the sons of paramount chiefs and nominees. He made this call during a statement at the Old Bo Boys Association's 90th anniversary Doba of Paramount Chiefs organized at the school compound in Bo City, where hundreds of past pupils, including current pupils, were in full attendance. Hawa Musiri has more on that story.
The Bo Government Secondary School was established in 1906 for sons of paramount chiefs and nominees, but later encouraged other children to attend the school. The school has produced different experts in and out of Sierra Leone, including paramount chiefs and now the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, President Julius Maada Bio. The Old Bo Boys Association executive has made it a point of duty to come together with different line of activities in celebrating successes of the school. But this year's celebration, which is over at 90, is also in recognition of President Julius Maada Bio's successful 1 year in office. Since the school was established for sons of paramount chiefs, past pupils who attended the school that are now paramount chiefs were recognized one after the other as they were dressed in different attires, displaying their culture and tradition. In his keynote address, President Julius Maada Bio stated that he was pleased to attend the ceremony as he stands in front of his former colleagues as president, but also as a son of paramount chief in his own right. President Julius Maada Bio commended the paramount chiefs for the wonderful cultural display, describing their tradition as rich, as it has also trained other nominees to be united and speak with one voice. His administration has been talking about national unity and cohesion in the country, adding that citizens are okay when dealing with other issues, but when it comes to politics, they start tearing each other apart, which is not good, as everybody has the right to belong to any political party.
We are seeing a complete demonstration of unity and unity in diversity. There is no good reason, really, to support another person because he or she belongs to another party. Maybe we need to give a stronger ideological, maybe philosophical support or ideas to the parties so that people know that it is not about war, it is about ideas. You are voting to change your country for the better. This country has been waiting for the leadership of this school to grow. And the Bo School has arrived finally.
The paramount chiefs also performed their usual tradition of pouring libation to remember their past colleagues and prayed for those who are still alive to be united. The Thanksgiving service, which climaxed this year's Oba at 90, titled Standing in Changing Tides of Time, was conducted by Reverend Momofu, who called on the peoples to be focused, adding that they should give themselves time and chance to grow, appealing to them to stand on the changing times of tide. Reverend Fu noted that the school has gone through many trials but has produced outstanding experts in and out of the country, which they are proud of. As one of them is the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
Everything we do in life is determined by time, so that our transformations from our mother's womb through childhood, through our professional transformations, our worldly achievements, and unto death are all time-bound. Nevertheless, time has remained a deep mystery to the human mind, and it's one of those entities that is never retrieved once it is lost. However, our ability to measure time helps us to determine how we live, the way of life we should go.
After the Thanksgiving service, it was the march past, which started from the school compound through the street, and past and present pupils participated, including the president. It was full of fun as wives of Oba and other well-wishers cheered them up and took photographs. After the march past, they converged in the school compound, where President Bio advised the pupils to be law-abiding, as their motto, "Manners maketh man," is what they should stand for. President Bio called on the pupils to take their education seriously, as human capital development is one of his government's priorities, so they should study hard to pass their exams.
We are celebrating 90 years of order. And of course, 1 year since one of us became the President of the Republic of Australia. I want to serve as an inspiration for all of you. The kids that are here, all of you, put your dreams high. No small dreams anymore. We are over 100 years. We can only get better. And we want you to be better than us. So manners make a man. If you are in both school, you have to wear manners. If you are in both school, you have to afford, you have to make the extra mile, go the extra mile to behave yourself, even when you do things privately. That makes a difference throughout your life.
President of the Old Bow Boys Association, Dr. Alpha Tijanwuri, thanked the executive for organizing this year's event, which also marks 3919 President Bio's 1 year in office. Dr. Wuri continued to appeal to the pupils to work hard to achieve their goals and objectives, as this can only happen if they work hard by focusing on their education.
But today, we are not only celebrating our 90, we are also celebrating the first anniversary of the first Western world to attain the position of presidency of Sierra Leone. In 12 dance bars, it is clear that this order at 90 is also 3919, Pure Mother Julius at 1 year. 3 cheers to 3919.
Since it was the association's 90 years anniversary, all boys from different parts of the world, including America, Australia, and the United Kingdom, attended the ceremony. SABC TV News are in Freetown, Hawamosue reporting.
Meanwhile, Vice President Dr. Mohamed Jule Jallo is now an honorary member of the Old Bow Boys Association, OBA, with the admission number 16228. The ceremony, which took place at the Bow School ground, was part of OBA's 90th anniversary and the 113th anniversary of the school. Themis Neal now reports.
The Bo Government Secondary School, commonly called the Bo School, is a unique institution. Historically, it is known as the first and only school in the country, founded specially for the sons and nominees of paramount chiefs. The colonial founders had the intention of creating an institution that symbolized a change in attitude towards education to enrich traditional authority and citizenship. They are celebrating the 113th anniversary of the school and the alumni, the Old Bo Boys Association Oba, after 90 years of successful existence. The school has produced the best crop of products, politicians, professionals, clergy, businessmen. It is therefore no surprise that after producing about 5 vice presidents, in 2018, the golden dream of the founding fathers of this school, who assembled here in 1905 to pray for the establishment of the school, was realized in the election of 3919, Julius Maada Bio. Vice President Dr. Mohamed Jule Jallo said he was honored to be adopted as an Oba member and described it as a fine moment in his lifetime. He said the celebration is taking place at a unique time in the political history of the country as the new direction government is rolling out the free quality education. He said government is paying fees and providing teaching and learning materials for over 2 million pupils in the country. The principal of Bo Government Secondary School, Kweku Nyako, thanked Oba for their support towards the development of the school, adding that the large turnout is a clear manifestation of the love and passion they have for the school. He said the school enrollment is now 1,170 boys, with 416 junior secondary school and 747 senior secondary school, which is quite obvious that the school is overpopulated. A representative of the Ministry of Education, Amara Sowa, said the free quality education has scored resounding successes, with 66 billion yuans being paid as subsidies to schools. To Oba, as they celebrate 90 years of stronger association, they should continue to support the physical and academic development of the school through fundraising and other activities. For News Hour in Freetown, Thomas Neal reporting.
The Vocational People's Party (SLPP) has recorded another victory in the just concluded by-election at Ward 257 in constituency 072 Bodlaka District. As Patrick Salia reports, that election was the first of its kind to be contested by 5 political parties in more than a decade. They included the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Revolutionary United Front (RUF) Party, the Republican National Independent Party (RENIP), the Vocational People's Party (SLPP), and the Unity Party (UP). It is also the first election to be conducted since 2 of the main opposition political parties, the All People's Congress (APC) and the National Grand Coalition (NGC), decided since the controversial by-election in Tonkolimba about a month ago that they were not taking part in elections conducted by the National Electoral Commission until its national returning officer, Mohamed Umfa Ali Kante, resigned.
Abubakar Bangura defeated his main contender in the race, Santigi Sise of the Unity Party, by only 8 valid votes, scoring 1,008 out of the total of 2,116 valid votes cast. Ward 257, however, has on the Electoral Commission's register a total of 8,340 voters, but the turnout was only 2,224. The Chief Electoral Commissioner, Mohamed Umfa Ali Conte, certified that Abubakar Bangura of the SLPP secured the highest percentage, 47.6.
Now, therefore, in exercise of the powers conferred on me as National Returning Officer by Section 94, Subsection 4 of the Public Elections Act 2012, Act number 4 of 2012, I hereby declare Bangura Abubakar of the SLPP, who having polled the highest number of valid votes cast, duly elected Councillor of Ward 257.
There was no report of tension or threats to the conduct of the election at all, but there was, as usual, high presence of police and other observers, including the British High Commission, in ensuring that the ways and means of the election were peaceful, transparent and credible. Abubakar is replacing Johnson Peter of Mabora village, who was reported dead on Saturday 24th January 2019, just 10 months after being voted as councillor to represent Ward 257 at the Port Loko District Council. This just concluded by-election is prescribed in Section 33 of the country's 1991 Constitution. About 79 kilometers from Freetown is Masiaka Town, Koya Chiefdom of Port Loko District, northwest of the country. This is the main hub or roundabout or junction linking the north from the right, on where precisely I'm standing now, this roundabout, and southeast to my left. This town has electricity and water as its main challenges for the people. The people here have endured living on promises and expectations. Regardless, Suleiman Alpha Lamin Kuruma has never stopped voting since 1996.
You came here and didn't see electricity. Did you see lights?
Ramatu Sise, like many others born here, has lived the whole of her 25 years in this township. She started voting in the 2012 multi-tier elections, but the petty trader has zeroed on making her vote as a mere constitutional and human rights instead of an obligation on the elected representative.
Because this last election will not say it's nothing.
Because we are yet to see anything since after the last election. But maybe this one will bring us something good. He has been trying to help.
So I asked Suleiman if voting continues to mean anything to him at all, having noted already that their Masiaka and environs have been government forsaken.
Yes, it means to me. Because why use somebody?
Of course, it means something to me. Because if I use someone to gain power, maybe we'll see development. That's my target. That's my target. It is development that I only need and nothing else.
Their agitation, which continues, seems far-fetched now for the authorities at both local and central government level to respond to. From Masiaka Town, Koya Chiefdom of Port Loko District, northwest of Sierra Leone.
Fire accident has left hundreds of people homeless, with over 20 houses razed in two villages, Kasipoto section in Moyamba district. The incident, which bemused the residents of Benge and Masori villages, happened on Saturday at 2 p.m. Yusuf Bangura sent in this report, led by Soiba Samora.
Reports said that the fire incident took place at Benge village and later at Masori village, when villagers were away to their farms. A resident of Masori village, Safi Sise, who is also a victim, said that the incident was reported to her by her daughter, who went running to the farm they were working on. The section chief of Kasipoto, John Coker, called on government and NGOs to come to the aid of the people of Menge and Masori villages. He said all what people had worked for in the past months have been reduced to ashes, leaving them without shelter. Chief Coker said their main concern is about the pupils involved in the accident, who have lost all their school materials to the fire. The oldest fire victim, Katimu Mansari, explained that they were all taken by surprise when the fire broke out and engulfed everything they had.
I don't even have slippers to put on. All has been lost to the fire.
This is the first ever reported fire incident in the Kasipoto section in Bumpe Chiefdom, Moyamba district.
The Parliamentary Oversight Committee on Information and Communications has commenced oversight visits to ministries, departments, agencies and internet service providers. The oversight visit, which was led by the chairman, Honorable Matthew Nyuma, was designed to get first-hand information on the operations and challenges of service providers. Ibrahim Samura reports.
State SLBC, Government Printing Department at New England, NATCOM, Sierratel, Africell, QCell, SALCAP, AFCOM and online at Hill Station. Members of Parliament engaged senior management of these institutions who discussed issues ranging from taxes, updates on their operations, challenges and innovations. At the SLBC, the Director General Joseph Ibenda Kapua updated the committee on the operations of the institution. He highlighted successes and challenges ranging from limited equipment of modern-day broadcast and overstaffing.
When they wanted to use the Leicester Peak site, they came to the SLBC. We had a written agreement with them and they were paying to us. But at some point, they went to the ministry directly, and my understanding is that the former Minister of Lands, Madam Diana Konomani, now gave them, they entered into some agreement and they have a registered deed requiring them to use that place, that Leicester Peak aspect of it. So they no longer pay to the SLBC. They now pay, even when we went there with the receipt that they were paying to us. By so doing, recognizing us, they say, oh, well. But thankfully, the current Minister of Lands told them, no way, that the previous person cannot give what she does not have. If the SLBC is the owner of that place, or has been there, you can only pay to them. It's been a little tricky, but the fact is, they're not paying. Seratel is also there, another government institution. So it is not entirely ours to rely on.
Mr. Kapua said he has instilled financial discipline and improved on the content of programs. At the government's printing department, the team was taken on a conducted tour to get first-hand information on the facilities of the department. The government printing department by law is responsible for the printing of all government documents. The committee encouraged the management to improve on their marketing strategy to attract the public. On their oversight at NATCOM, the issues of SIM card fraud and the impasse between the Director General and commissioners were prominent. Committee members called on board and management to take the SIM card fraud seriously, noting that criminals are using their orange numbers to rob people. They stressed that NATCOM should improve on its monitoring of mobile companies, especially on the SIM card fraud. In response, Director General of NATCOM, Maxwell Masakwa, said the misunderstanding between him and the commissioners has been settled and the relationship is now cordial. He told the committee that SIM card fraud issue is also a major concern to the commission, noting that a high-profile meeting had been held with all security apparatus to tackle the fraudsters. He spoke of several reforms NATCOM is presently embarking on, but raised the late disbursement of funds from the Ministry of Finance as a major problem facing NATCOM. At Sierratel, the managing director, Senesi Kalon, said they are working hard to expand their investment and coverage, stating that Sierratel is one of the best internet providers in the country. He told the lawmakers that Sierratel needs support from government to compete with the other telecommunication networks. Mr. Kalon stressed the need for public-private investment by encouraging Sierra Leoneans to buy share instead of total privatization. A member of the Information Committee, Honorable Abdulkabo, a telecom engineer, said the government should invest more money into Sierratel in order for the company to make more money. A presentation of the company rebranding strategy was made by the marketing and commercial departments. Funds, they say, is a challenge. At Africell and QCell, the chairman Parliamentary Oversight Committee on Information and Communications, Honorable Martin Numa, told the management that though they are private companies, he lauded them for creating employment for Sierra Leoneans. Honorable Numa assured them of the committee's support at all times. Committee members commended Africell for contributing to nation building, noting that their corporate social responsibility cut across all sectors in the country. Africell's Chief Executive Officer, Shedi Al-Jajiwi, said Africell has been able to cope amidst challenges. He told the committee that Africell is the largest employer in the telecommunications sector.
Similar engagement was made to the internet service providers AFCOM and Online at Hill Station, where the committee was updated on their activities. They highlighted several challenges such as energy supply, network expansion, high taxes, and the foreign exchange rates, among others. Abraham Samora, Freetown.
The Minister of Youth Affairs, Mohamed Oman Bangura, has launched the Welfare Organization for Persons with Disabilities at the Masingbi Local Court Barre in Tonkolele District. Abdul Karim Kanu sent in this report.
The Minister of Youth Affairs, Mohamed Oman Bangura, launched the Welfare Organization for Persons with Disability Issues, WUPDI, at Masingbi Town in the Konike Chiefdom, Tonkolele District. The launch of the Welfare Organization for Persons with Disability Issues was attended by key stakeholders including paramount chiefs, other local authorities from different localities. The chairman of the Tonkolele District Disabled Association, TDDA, Mohamed Fidel Conte, emphasized on the importance of empowering persons with disabilities in order to make them become self-reliant and contribute to the development of their localities. The chairman of the Welfare Organization for Persons with Disability Issues, Mohamed Fona, said the organization was established to seek the interest of persons with disability issues in Konike, Folauso, and Konike Barina chiefdoms in the Tonkolele district, noting that over the years, persons with disabilities in that part of the country have gone through numerous challenges in the three chiefdoms of Konike, Folauso, and Konike Barina. Mohamed Fona appealed to the Minister of Youth Affairs to always support his organization as the majority of its membership are within the youth age brackets. Paramount Chief Bakur Kanagbaro Sanka III of Konike Sanda Chiefdom, Tonkolele District, described the launch of the organization in his chiefdom as a step in the right direction to capacitate persons with disabilities in the district. The Paramount Chief Bakur Kanagbaro Sanka commended the Minister of Youth Affairs for his efforts to empowering youth groups across the country and assured him of the total cooperation of the Konike Chiefdom in his drive to support persons with disabilities in Tonkolele District. Addressing members of the Welfare Organization for Persons with Disability Issues and local authorities at Masingbi Town, the Minister of Youth Affairs, Mohamed Oman Bangura, said he was impressed by the initiative of members of WUPDI to form the organization, which will serve as a platform to promote each other's interest and development initiatives. The minister spoke about his ministry's ongoing efforts to change the stories of young people in the country, adding that under the new direction administration, building national cohesion and inclusiveness are among the key priorities of government. The Minister of Youth Affairs, Mohamed Oman Bangura, encouraged other stakeholders with opportunities for young people to support the Welfare Organization for Persons with Disability Issues to achieve their goals. The minister presented 10 bags of rice and an undisclosed amount of cash to members of the Welfare Organization for Persons with Disability Issues as Easter package and assured them of his continued support to boost the organization. The organization, however, in turn presented a 600 million loans budget to the youth minister, requesting for support in diverse ways.
21st April is World Creativity and Innovation Day. The day is set aside by the United Nations to encourage people to use creativity in problem solving for all issues related to meet the 2030 global goals. Sierra Leone is joining the world in observing the day, which comes at a time when innovation is key to the government, which has established a Directorate of Innovation, Science and Technology in the Office of the President. As Salma Tabar reports, for the past 7 years, Sierra Leone has been producing young innovators.
Jones is an SSS 3 commercial pupil and Ibrahim S. Kaman, SSS 1 business administration pupil of the Prince of Wales School. They are among 11 young innovators mentored at the engineering department of the Prince of Wales. These frees are using scrap metals an inventor and a solar panel. His passion for technology was born out of his desire to study science, but could not due to parental pressure to pursue commercial courses.
Yes, I'm in commercial stream, but I always dreamt about innovation and also want to become a science student. But because of certain things, my mom said, let me go to the commercial stream, because in Sierra Leone, most of the ideas that commercial is more marketable than science in Sierra Leone.
His project is among several innovative ideas on showcase for Innovate Salon competition.
This is a mini freezer. It's a mini freezer which operates on 12-volt battery. This is the battery, and this is the freezer system. And also, it's a two-way system. It has the drying system and also has the cooling system. Now, if I can open this, you can see a bottle of water. And if you can touch here, Ma. Touch right here. Yeah. You see, it starts cold. In less than in 30 minutes, you're supposed to be cold.
Ibrahim Eskama made a sound system. This sound system is also made out of scrap metal.
But this sound system, it can do all that without computer. So because before they use the computer, they have the software that is DJ Mix, that they use to replay the music, change from one to another fastly, and do the fast control. So this can also do it, because as you can see, there is a cell phone here.
Young innovators like Ephraim and Ibrahim are among hundreds of young innovators who are challenged to strive in a society like Sierra Leone. The concept of innovation, which is the process of translating an idea or invention into goods or services, has been misconstrued by many who think innovation is all about science and technology. Under the New Direction government, President Julius Maada Bio set up the Directorate of Innovation, Science and Technology as a way to use science, technology and innovation to transform the country into an innovation and entrepreneurship hub. Dr. David Senge is the Chief Innovation Officer. He worked as a research manager and research scientist at IBM Research Lab in Nairobi, Kenya. His previous works focus on the design and deployment of healthcare technologies, including artificial intelligence, data, science, software development, software engineering, and data visualization.
Innovation is about finding a new way to solving a problem. In general, you have ideas, and we all have ideas. And when you have an idea, you have an opinion on how you solve that idea. So you develop an hypothesis around something. And then you have to do research and an experiment. And you learn something in that experimentation. And then you have a conclusion. Either it validates your hypothesis or it negates your hypothesis. And in that process, you come up with a new way of solving a problem, a challenge, of developing your idea into something tangible.
Many Sierra Leoneans are of the opinion that as a result of non-availability of structures and systems for the past 10 years, innovations will not thrive in Sierra Leone. However, Dr. Senge said the negative thought is as a result of mindsets which he confidently dismissed.
Innovation is everywhere. At home, we should be training innovators at home. It's not that there should be one place where you go to become an innovator. And it's not about one person. It's not about you and me. So it's about the ecosystem and a group of young people, men and women, who are creative and who are taking action on that creativity. It's about our responsibilities as community members and to you and me, that we're thinking about creating something for the future to address that problem. So I want every learning center to be an innovation center.
Innovate Salon Hub was set up in 2012 by Sierra Leoneans to tap into the potentials of young innovators. Since the formation of the hub, many young innovators have gained scholarships to further their dreams, including the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Harvard University, and the African Leadership University. However, the Kelvin Doe Association is a story that captured the minds of citizens.
My name is Kelvin Doe, aka DJ Focus.
Alright. It's the youngest DJ man Focus.
He was among those that were given an opportunity to visit the MIT in the United States to further his career. Going to the United States, nothing much has been heard about him, and people are eager to know about his story. Dr. David Senge spoke about how Innovate Saloon has transformed the dreams of young innovators in Sierra Leone.
Where the challenge was we engage young people to develop ideas and we build prototypes, and then we invest in their prototypes and we celebrate them locally and globally and give them connections. We did it in Sierra Leone, Kenya, and South Africa. And every young person who we interacted with, who developed a prototype, we gave an equal platform.
To further share commitment towards developing innovation, President Julius Maada Bio recently held a conference with the Bill Gates Foundation, which has yielded dividend with a $1 million under the Innovation Capital Development Program for innovation programs in schools as well as universities. Dr. David Senge spoke of various interventions to tap into the potentials of innovation.
We have consequently engaged the foundation. We have a $1 million gift from them to do an innovation in government incubator focused on human capital development, and that will launch soon. We publicly announced it and we'll put in the instruments in place. We have developed and pushed through our human capital project. Yakama Jones, the doctor from Ministry of Finance, and a couple of people from planning have been driving and leading that project. We were back in Seattle at the Gates Foundation and with the Global Good, the invention arm, the private lab of Bill Gates to engage about this.
One person that has been showcasing young innovators in the likes of Kelvin Doe and Sultan Masali is the founder and CEO Life by Design, Joe Abbas Bangura. He said the world today is technologically based and there is need for Sierra Leone to be in tune with modern technology. He recalled the story of Kelvin Doe, which has been an inspiration for many young innovators in the country. Ms. Abbas Bangura said for innovation to strive, there is need for technology to be embedded into the school and college curriculum. He commended President Bio for setting up the Directorate of Science, Innovation and Technology.
You can't be targeting the middle generation, you can't be targeting those who are already older. You want to be able to target the young people and embedding the process, the mindset of creativity and the use of technology and innovation has to start from schools, have to start from when people are young, and we have lots of talents in the country. And so it cannot be a better time for us to be able to focus our attention there. And that's why I think the government did very solid work in setting up the department and the Directorate for Science, Technology and Innovation.
One person that has been mentoring hundreds of these young innovators is technology teacher at the Prince of Wales and head of the Department of Engineering, John Alpha. Most of those here taught are now in universities abroad.
Well, we have Mohamed I. Bangura, who is in America. We have Mohamed Hadin, we have Amos Sati in South Africa, and also Mohamed Mansour Dumbuya, he's also in America. It was the Innovate Salon that saw them, and then programs came in, and then they applied, and then they won the competition for which they were granted visa to go out.
Investment in infrastructure and innovation are crucial drivers of economic growth and development. With over half the world population now living in cities, mass transport and renewable energy are becoming ever more important, as are the growth of new industries and information and communications technology. SLBC News, Salma Tabar reporting.
Leaves Technical Vocational Education and Training Institute has held its 19th graduation ceremony with over 50 students graduating with certificates and diplomas. The ceremony attracted past students, the media, and dignitaries from all walks of life to grace the occasion held at the British Council Hall in Freetown. Aminash Nande Brima reports.
It was a moment of celebration for parents and well-wishers to see their children and relatives graduating after going through the academic struggles. Senior State Council lawyer Joan Bull, who was the chairperson, said after acquiring her first degree at the Fwabe College, she taught at the Freetown Secondary School for Girls for 7 years because of the passion she had for girls' empowerment. She asserted that one need not to go to Fwabe College, IPAM or Jala University, but with determination one can make it and become successful in life. She cautioned the students not to compare or demean themselves, but focus and empower themselves as the country needs them. The General Secretary, Evangelical Fellowship of Sierra Leone, Titus Williams, said their goal in the future is to rebrand the institution and upgrade it to a college level, adding that much value is not given to technical vocational education and training institutes in the country.
As an organization, we are working in collaboration with the National Youth Commission and other stakeholders to promote cigarette education in Sierra Leone with the support of the African Development Bank. Our youth and their parents need to understand and to appreciate the value of cigarette education.
According to the principal, RIPS Technical Vocational Education and Training Institute, Alex Kande Thomas, they have removed the fee for application from this academic year, adding that as they go out, their character, passion and attitude defines who they are. Since the establishment of RIPS, it has contributed immensely in the growth of the country by impacting knowledge in students, underscoring that they should go out and make impact in their communities and contribute to the national aspiration. He said that the reason they removed the fee is to support government's drive in the free quality education and called on interested people to take advantage of the opportunity and enroll this academic year. Giving a background to RIPS, the first graduate from RIPS and now lecturer, Christiana Johnson, said, people think that when someone goes to TechVoc, one is less on the ladder, adding that she holds a master's degree plus lots of academic award based on her foundation at RIPS. Christiana Johnson reiterated that education comes first, as she made no mistake to have gone to RIPS.
Let me shock you, with my certificate from RIPS, I was employed to be the admin to the SISG by the of the Secretary General, Kofi Annan, the late Kofi Annan. With my RIPS certificate. So you can imagine the foundation that was laid when I attended RIPS. So I don't want you to take TechVoc or any other institution that is carrying the TVET flag as a kind of an identity or something that is of low standard, because I am a living testimony today.
Director Teaching Service Commission Marion Saleh Abu stated that Technical Vocational Education and Training Institute should not be a second choice for someone to acquire higher education, but a starting point and training ground to develop one's professional skills. She said the improvement of human development is a must for Sierra Leone, noting that the government of President Bio believes in knowledge as a driving force for economic growth. Marion Saleh Abu stressed that the government has positioned the mainstream of technical and vocational studies in various ways. According to her, for the first time in history, the government of President Julius Maada Bio has appointed a chief innovator to head the Directorate of Science, Technology and Innovation. SLBC News, Amina Shnyandi Brahma.
Away from that, the Trust Education Health Work Sierra Leone and Women Forefront Group of LACA have begun community sanitation drive by cleaning schools and other public places in the community. The women started with the LACA Community School and its surroundings. Soiba Samura reports.
Part of President Bio's strategies to improve sanitation was the reintroduction of the National Cleaning Day exercise scheduled for every first Saturday of each month. Trust Sierra Leone and the Forefront Women of LACA heeded to the call by the President to own the exercise. The chairlady of Forefront Women LACA, Victoria Ansumana, appreciated the President for the move to reinstate the cleaning exercise, which, according to her, will help improve sanitation. She appealed to the Trust Education Health Work Fund to improve the women of LACA community because they are determined to take the cleaning exercise to another level in the community. Victoria told SLBC that they will not stop at their own community but will extend the exercise to neighboring communities.
So we will help the government for push education go before.
Our main aim is to help promote the free quality education program through sanitation, but we are constrained.
All them constraints can they will be good.
She called on other community members to form such groups and be part of the cleaning exercise. Soriba Samura, Freetown.
You're still watching News 3, but it's time. Frances Bernard, Frances Bonda, I beg your pardon for sports update.
And for sports on News, the Sierra Leone Cricket Association has launched the Giant Trophy for the 2019 T20 Male Cricket Premier League, sponsored by Mercury International. The unveiling ceremony was held at the Prince of Wales Secondary School, Graham Kington. Here is the report with Esther Marisa.
The aim of the league is to improve the profile and developing the cricket game across the country. At the unveiling ceremony, players and officials who took part in the just concluded Women's and Youth Cricket Leagues were awarded for their outstanding performance. The awards were presented to the various cricket clubs and officials. Chief Executive Officer of the Sierra Leone Cricket Association, Francis Trevor Samora, noted that both the Youth and Women's League were a success.
We unveiled the trophy of the Sierra Leone Mercury T20 Cricket Premier League 2019 and also award different awardees for exceptional performances they put up during the Women's Cricket League, the Youth Cricket League, which was just introduced this January, also the winners of the T20 Premier League 2018. We've now rolled out the ICC Growth Strategy 2019 to 2023, which is aimed at increasing participation at all levels, both male and female, which include boys and girls, women and men.
Francis commended Mercury International for supporting the activities of the Cricket Association. The ceremony to unveil the new league season trophy is setting the pace for the commencement of this year's National Male Cricket Championship. Esther Marisamwa, SLBC.
Well, that's it for sports update on News. Back to you, Michael.
Thanks to you, Francis, for that brief sport update there. And now to end the news, the main points. Deputy Minister of Finance has said in 1 year in office, government has restored credit facility with the International Monetary Fund. Fire incident has destroyed businesses with millions of loans in the Aberdeen community. And the Minister of Youth Affairs, Mohammed Oman Bangura, has launched the welfare organization for persons with disability. That's all in the news for this afternoon. Many thanks for joining us. I've been your host, Michael Abrewa. We continue to have a lovely day. Goodbye.